You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and as some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Jessie's Path. So, the last place we left off was we were at the Stag and Nanny. We're having a good old time with Gran, Grace, Bulgara, and Jessie. And Bulgara and Gran just had a nice time dancing, and oh wow, night on the town. Okay, cool. I don't know how many chapters are in this game. Hopefully a lot. I love it. It's really good. But anyway, guys, let's hop right back into it, and let's pick up where we left off. All right. Let me do the voice. Let me get my voice going. All right. He leaves to fetch us another round, and Jessie keeps singing her heart out. Gran slides into the chair next to me and shouts over the raucous crowd in the lively number.
What a grand time! Best night of my life so far. That Jessie is one hot ticket.
Woo! Damn, Gran! A few people around us hear Gran shouts and cheer along. Jessie is indeed a hit. Her voice, her face, her charm. It's a perfect combination for the perfect girl. I'm incredibly pleased that my grandmother has made it out this evening, despite my misgivings. Maybe this is what she needs to open her mind up about Jessie and maybe about Jessie and me being together. Regardless, Gran is enjoying herself, and that alone is a wonderful sight to behold. She claps along with the tune, one about female independence and not needing no man. Bulgara delivers a few more pints, which we finish off while we continue to watch the show. The first person to rush Jessie as she ends her set is my grandmother. She gives her a huge hug, nearly crushing Jessie's tiny frame.
Oh, what a star! I didn't know how spectacular you would sound.
Gran pulls away and takes hold of each side of the front of Jessie's dress, trying to pull them closer together.
Now only if we could get you something a little more demure, don't you think? I can whip something up in a jiffy.
Jessie blushes and tries to hide her smile. Gran, I think Jessie looks lovely.
Exactly, but you don't want other fellows thinking the same thing, do you?
Gran winks and we all burst out laughing. I take this as a sign of her approval. I can't argue with my own grandmother, Jessie. Maybe something a little less revealing on stage.
I can't say no to Agnes. That's right, smart girl. I have to say I'm a little jealous. If only I had the body for such a dress myself, I would have to beat the boys off with a stick. Oh, Agnes, you're still a stunner. Watch out for roaming eyes around here. It's where she picked up her first husband, I hear.
I cringe, knowing if the joke will offend my grandmother's sensibilities, but she takes it in stride.
That's the truth, dear Grace. Alluring Agnes is what the lads here called me back in my day. I had some wild times in my youth.
No, I don't want to know more.
Tell us more.
Grace! You bitch. No, that's not Grace. I groan inside, but pat my grandmother on the back.
Well, there was a time I drank too much whiskey, got on top of the bar, and started
No! Alright, Gran. I think maybe the ale is making you a bit more relaxed than usual. Perhaps we should rile up old Hazel and get you home for the evening.
Aye, perhaps. It is getting to be a wee bit past me bedtime. But one more round of applause for Miss Jessie. What a pleasant performance.
We applaud our friend, and Jessie takes my hand. The gesture surprises me and moves me. Her openly showing me affection gives me a rush of unexpected joy. She squeezes my hand, and I squeeze back. Grace takes notice.
Malcolm, I'll go hitch Hazel to the wagon. I imagine my sister will need a chaperone to get home this evening. Aye, and we need to get young Grace home as well, before she gets any ideas. No need to worry about me, Agnes. I venture out only once in a blue moon.
Grace catches her sister's eye, and Jessie looks very concerned. I hold tighter to her hand and reassure her. Her secret is safe, for now. The crowd is thinning and the pub space is opening back up. Grace and Gran make their way out, after a swarm of hugs, kisses, and well wishes. I turn to Jessie to pour on additional compliments and sneak a kiss. You are marvelous tonight.
Don't you mean I'm marvelous every night?
Damn it! What is the correct answer? I'm gonna save that right there because I don't want to fuck this up. Special, of course. It goes without saying, the Scarlet Charlotte of Acne Craig.
Ha! Yes, we've hit the big time now, Malcolm.
I hold an empty beer mug to my ear and talk into the handle. Hey, this is the Stag and Annie. Mm-hmm. She's right here. Please hold. Jessie, it's Hollywood on the line.
Tell them my book's solid. My boss is quite the taskmaster.
Your boss likes to run a tight ship, that's right. Yeah. No. Don't bite that lip. No. Look at her sudden appearance has Jessie and me both blushing. He looks at both of us and breaks into a smile. But that doesn't mean he's unreasonable. Take the night off, lass. You've earned it. The boys are all too blootered to appreciate another set anyway. He winks at me and leaves us standing, astonished. What a chap indeed.
Well, all right then. I'd better head backstage to freshen up, and maybe you can be my chaperone.
You need to help with anything backstage?
Not right now. I'll be out in a jiffy.
She kisses my hand and disappears into her small dressing room. The evening rush has eased, and Bulgara's wiping down the counter. He gestures for me to come over, tosses me a wet rag, and I join in the cleaning. My boy, I owe you a debt of gratitude. Why is that? I do believe if it weren't for you, my prize performer would be halfway to Glasgow by now. She's got eyes for you, there's no doubt, but I think you've got her heart as well. Even I couldn't convince her to stay, but you, Malcolm, you best not trifle with her. Treat her with kid gloves. I assure you, Bulgara, I can't take credit for her decisions, but I will most certainly heed your orders. Jessie deserves the best treatment in the world. She's an angel. Angel? Well, let's not canonize the poor girl. I've seen her feisty streak. Well, that seems to be getting stronger over time. I don't expect she'd ever lash out at you, but... Bulgara picks up his rag and twists in his hands, clutching his large biceps. Should she ever pick a fight with you, you'd best let her win. He twists harder on the rag until I can hear the fibers tear. I'll wring the neck of the man who didn't. My heart races. He laughs and lets the wet towel fall from his grip. You should see her face, lad. Just as white as when the wolf came upon us. Fear not, Mr. Campbell. I've already shot you. Can't do much worse than that, can I? He swats me on the back and I try to start breathing. I've only one true warning for you. My heart stops again. Jessie's not long for this village, no matter how much you care for her. Her dreams are too large as her heart. And she's bullheaded, believe you me. Well, like wolf-headed, but I stay silent. Jessie is opening her door. She steps out from behind the counter, wearing a large fur coat, one made for a human, thankfully. Where did you get that? It looks extremely flattering and expensive. I start to wonder if she caught the poor critters herself.
A gentleman caller.
A what? Men enjoy giving Jessie gifts, Malcolm. Looks to be something you'll have to get used to. Is that true?
Sometimes. It's nothing, really. You've given me drinks before. It's simply a nice gesture.
A fur coat?
The men with money are only passing through the village, usually salesmen or merchants. These are trifles. They pay a pittance for them, and hand them over to me. I give them nothing in return but a smile and a good show. You need not worry.
I fear I've sent the wrong message, one of jealousy or disapproval. Don't get me wrong. I think your performance warrants all the gifts in the world. You're a showstopper. I'm just befuddled.
How so?
I'm realizing that Jessie's act isn't just entertaining. It really is a performance that can earn her a living. That coat alone likely cost more than a year's income for anyone in this village. I don't want to be crass or mention money, because that's not what this is about. Either, I'm just proud. Proud of you for accomplishing your dreams, for earning what you deserve.
Thank you, Malcolm.
I hear Bulgara's warning in my head, though. Jessie won't be in Actor Creek forever, there's no doubt. She's not cut out to be the local barmaid. Although, as the barmaid and songstress with a muzzle and tail, that might be an ever bigger sensation. I can't hide my smile.
What's so funny?
I lean in and whisper. Just imagining you working here in your other form. Jessie whispers back.
Whatever for?
Well, I see how popular you are now. Imagine someone handing you a fur coat. You could just tell them you have one of your own. I believe when she smirks conspiratorially.
Let's get out of here, so you can see me in nothing but my coat.
Yes, please. Oh no. Oh no! Incoming demonetization! Oh no. I've worked so hard only for this very, very visual novel to undo me. Nah, it's alright. Jessie takes my hand in hers, and we stroll out into the chilly air, warmed by drink and good company. We're about 100 feet past the door when I can feel the strange but familiar sensation reverberating between us. Turning, I see her face begin to contort in the moonlight. Is she really doing this here, in public? Jessie! Someone could see you!
Oh, relax. It's dark. It's late. No one's out this time of night but crazy drunkards and boys with their werewolf girlfriends.
It's the first time I'd heard her say girlfriend, and I love hearing it. It almost makes up for the fact that she's probably putting us both at risk. Jessie reads the concern on my face and brings the lapels of her coat closer to her fuzzy cheeks.
I have my fears. I do.
But they aren't stopping you from... I throw caution to the wind, turning herself into my werewolf girlfriend in plain sight. She looks at me affectionately.
No, they aren't. I can't deny the moon on such a perfect night. Malcolm, thank you for making this a perfect night.
Her smile melts all my concerns away, even if her grin is a bit toothy. You make it sound like it's about over. The night is still young, and I've nowhere I need to be.
Is that so, Mr. Campbell? Then let's make this night last together.
Oh Lord. How much censoring am I gonna have to do? Oh God, beautiful. Oh! The night sky is crystal clear. A dazzling array of stars twinkles down upon us, none of which shines as brightly as the star beside me. Hell yeah, bang you a wolf girl, man! We reach the crest of the hill, our hill, and just as we sit down on the soft grass, Jessie plants a big kiss on me. Her wolf muzzle still feels so awkward, but pleasant. The bristle of her fur and whiskers and the puffy rim of her long lips are altogether stimulating, as potent as any stiff drink. Jessie stops kissing me. With the reflections of stars sparkling in her eyes, she lets her dress and fur coat slide off onto the ground. Ah yes, there's that iconic shot. There's two people staring up at the stars. Enjoying each other, enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the night, enjoying the cool air, the lights. Something about being in that kind of moment with someone. I'm lucky to say that I've been in this kind of moment with someone very special to me. Just makes me reflect. Sorry. Oh, off topic. Our hands touch. The energy around us heightens, and before long, a new fur coat wraps around Jessie's body. She looks to the moon, but I can't keep my eyes off her.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is.
It's like it calls me.
My imagination is astir, and it takes a moment for her words to register. The moon? Do you mean it triggers your change?
No, at least not exactly. It's hard to describe. As a wolf, the full moon becomes your best friend.
I nod. Perhaps in a way. It's courting Jessie as much as I am, but she shouldn't have to choose. I understand. Jessie, if you need to, I stop short of saying become the wolf. I don't understand at all. The memory, the trauma of the last time I saw her in that form is still too strong. And it must be for Jessie too. I wonder if I shouldn't have brought it up. She gives me the saddest look I've seen on her face in some time.
I love my freedom, Malcolm. That body, it gives me even more freedom, but also so much restraint. I don't even know how to describe that feeling.
She pauses, then takes a deep breath.
I'm afraid of losing control of myself, my mind, and my free will. One wrong move and, Malcolm, everything could end for me. For us.
I stop to wonder all she must be going through, seeking independence and freedom from the self-imposed shackles of familial duties. Not to mention the real shackles placed upon her by small-town life and growing up in near financial and cultural poverty. But even
But even more than all of that, I'm afraid I'm not in control of my body I possess, the one I want the most.
A thought strikes me, and I almost don't say it out loud. You're afraid I'm in control of your changes. Jessie's eyes fill with tears. One word slips softly from her tongue.
Yes.
Is that what Alana told you?
And not so many words.
What exactly did she say?
I don't remember everything I was told. Very little of it made sense. I was still recovering from the injury. In essence, she said that you're the problem. If you hadn't come into my life, none of this would have happened. It's like a curse. I'm cursed. Maybe we're both cursed. Alana said I should fight it as hard as I can. She said over and over again that I can't live like this. Malcolm.
Jessie looks at me, panicked.
Malcolm, now that I've experienced the transformation, I have to live like this. This is who I am.
All right, please take a breath. I stroke her back over and over again until her breathing slows. We've already established Alana says a lot of things, words that indicate. I want to believe that she means well, but I'm not sure she is always to be trusted. Jessie rolls her eyes.
Well, I see how much she trusts us.
I remember what terrible children we all were. All the times we used to prank her in school, the toads on her chair, the worms in her inkwell. That finally coaxes a smile from her.
We really got her goat.
Alana's a lot of things, certainly as strong and independent as any woman I've ever known. I nudged Jessie. Maybe even more than you. But there's more to her, obviously. Things neither of us can identify.
She saved me from death. I feel as though I owe her my life.
That's completely understandable. She, herself, has probably made you feel that way. But you don't owe her your unquestioning devotion. You only owe that to yourself, Jessie. Whatever she's told you, you can challenge it. We both can. She looks back to the moon and gives a pause.
You know what? You're right. We can.
It takes me a moment to realize just what Jessie means. The energy in the air around us begins to ebb and flow. Stars blink in and out of view as the outline of her silhouette begins to change. And she's gonna turn into a full wolf with hair. Her fur becomes thicker. I thought that was grass for a moment. Her back curves as the hackles on it straighten, pointing aggressively toward the sky. She batters her teeth as her snout grows. Huffs come out in great damp clouds, her body swelling with each breath. As the familiar, somewhat terrifying form takes shape before me, I wonder if I shouldn't have curbed my encouragement, but there's no turning back now. Steady, Malcolm. This is still your Jessie, and there's nothing to fear. Ooh, that's cool. My pounding heart begs to differ. Jessie? Ah! The great beast turns its glowing eyes towards me, and I instantly regret making a sound. It lumbers toward me on its hefty paws. Good lassie. Easy, Jessie. It takes every ounce of discipline not to leap up and run away. I find myself eye to eye with the wolf again. Oh, that's cute. Really detailed. Oh, God. I laugh as her coarse tongue laps against my cheek. Her tail is wagging, and she is most certainly happy to see me. Aye, aye, I'm happy to see you too.
That is the cutest little face! Oh my God!
This form of Jessie's, is it fearsome? Yes, but mindless. Anything but. I never had a doubt. At least none that I will admit. With only a little hesitation, I slowly and deliberately lift my hand, letting her sniff it before I reach back and stroke her fur. Aww, belly rubs! She likes it. A lot. Before I know it, she is on her back, practically begging to be pet. Anything menacing about her wolf form has long since evaporated. Oh my God, that's adorable! I scratch her belly vigorously, pressing my fingers deeply into her fur. Her hind legs begin to kick of its own accord. It seems I have found the spot. I'm reminded of our battalion mascot, a short-limbed corgi we called Sergeant Stumpy. Oh, how we enjoyed a good belly rub. An animal with a medal to match his herding instincts. He could round up the men better than the Sergeant Major. A fine soldier, and a good dog, too. Only I have to remind myself that this is no dog, nor a wolf exactly either. Somewhere under all that fur, that is my girlfriend. Please forgive me, Jessie. The ragging tail and blissful face reassures me that there is nothing to forgive. Her ears perk up. All at once she jerks her body around, suddenly alert and looking out along the horizon. What is it? So much good art, man! Damn it! Alarm chant, okay. Alright. We got to pet Fluff Girl's belly. That was great. That was a great experience for me. I hope you all enjoyed it too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!